for it. So as we're progressing, I'll tell you a little bit about my deck that I made. Hey, Infect again, guys.
Hey, what a surprise! But this one's gonna be tight.
Versus Bant Eldrazi. So we've got
two Titans in the modern meta right now.
One of our favorite additions to the Infect side of things. Julia's come over to the dark side.
Oh, absolutely.
She's been piloting it quite well this season.
Oh, yeah.
Lyle has been rotating around his deck. He also has Infect and has played it previously. But has decided, you know what, this week? I think last week he was on... or he missed last week. The week before that, he was on Naya Blitz, I believe.
So the thing about Lyle, if you guys are new to the stream, Lyle does not... He plays for keeps, and oh my, we're already starting. Verdant Catacombs for Julia. And when he feels like he's down and out, he's got the meta call in his back pocket. He is our end boss for a reason.
He's Season 2 champions.
And he is consistently in the top 8 for our invitationals so far.
Yeah.
And Naya Bliss is just like that go-to deck.
Yeah, and you see that Eldrazi temple, that's just the, hey, by the way,
it's coming.
I hope you're ready to be Thought-Knot Seer, because it's going to happen to you.
It's coming.
So, Breeding Pool is going to come down from Julia. Great way to start. Not as good as the turn 1, go to 17 Glistener Elf.
Sure.
But sometimes you have to be a little conservative. And if you're like, the only creature I have in my hand is a Glistener Elf, and I have a bunch of protection, so I'll wait a turn. Naya Blitz is the one I played against.
Oh, is this Josh Robinson?
Blighted Agent. That's
what's
nice.
up? Yeah, get that Blighted Agent out of hand, because it's coming. It's happening. It's just a matter of time.
Yep, there it is. Called it.
Thought-Knot Seer. Biteable Crosa, Dismember. Blossoming Defense, Spell Pierce.
That's a nice hand.
That's a really good hand.
I mean, I guess you just... Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. You have to take one of the mites here. Because if she draws a land here, Lyle's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I think... Because you sit there and you see the Blossoming Defense and the Dismember are like, oh, those cards are good. Dismember kills off my Thought-Knot Seer, lets you draw a card. Blossoming Defense protects your guy. But the mites are like, hey, if she draws a land, I'm dead.
Yep. So he's definitely going to strip one of those Mightful Crosas out of her hand. Passes back. Lyle already reserved in the fact that he's going to lose his Thought-Knot Seer.
Mm-hmm. And there's that land that would have sealed the deal.
Good call, dude. Good call.
Right, so Mite's going to come down.
Yep.
Hail Swing 5 at you.
Crash. Just kidding.
Can't block.
So, Crash.
Now the question is, do you dismember here or not?
Doesn't look
because
like
you're going to take 4 either way.
Right.
So it's like, do I do it now, or do I just kind of let that go across? Because you also think when Thought-Knot dies, you will be able to
draw a card. Yeah. So Lyle going to be at 17, Julia at 15 after that attack from the Thought-Knot Seer.
Oh, Displacer.
Yo, dude, Josh, thank you so much for that follow.
Appreciate that, Josh.
Displacer coming down.
And that is actually going to be a problem.
Yeah, Dismember worthy.
Yeah. You could have also Spell Pierced there. But that's fine, keeping that. Because you can also be like, oh, if he's got a Reality next turn, I can Spell Pierce that.
You can't Spell Pierce creatures.
Oh, you're right. It is non-creature, isn't it?
Yeah, it's non-creature spell.
You're right. My bad.
No, you're good.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Don't worry.
Good thing you're here, keeping me honest. And Julia's gonna fetch. Go down to 10.
Off of that dismember.
Off of that dismember and a fetch.
Hashtag names, bro.
Right? It had to happen at some point. We got to get it going round 2. We got to slide by round 1 without too much of it.
What's going on, Charles? Nice to see you, dude. Julia in the tank.
All right, so
I mean, she's got to have,
she's got a blossoming defense.
Might have Volcrosa. No, Glycerin Elf.
Okay, that's a guy to jump in the way.
Yep. Kind of weaken that Thought Knot Seer.
Yeah, combat 1.
Sure.
2 to 6. They both shrug. Yeah, fine.
Whatever.
They go to damage.
Yeah. It's not like we're playing the metagame or anything. 69.
That's how many damage.
Is he
No.
dead?
That's not how that works.
He's not dead 6 times over?
Okay.
While waiting patiently.
Yeah.
I like the way Lyle has decided to kind of utilize his space with that towering iPad in the way. Like, here's my graveyard, but I'm going to put my main deck right next to it, and then my creatures.
Yeah, I know it is tough having the iPad there for some players to get used to the different in space, but makes it much easier on us.
It does. It's very helpful. And Ancient Stirrings.
That's nice. We could be getting a land. We could be getting an Eldrazi. I think this is fine to spell pierce here.
Yeah, make him have it.
Either you use it
Now Lyle has to make the...
and lose it.
Do I want to tap one of my Tyndals? Both, actually. That tricky Eldrazi clause.
iPad doesn't bother me. It's those lands up front. We've got a couple of those hashtag team lands in front. Yeah, I mean, some of our players just prefer doing that. I don't know.
Okay, he really wants that.
Yeah.
He wants that Ancient
Could also
Stirrings.
be like, he really needs a land here.
True.
Could
If he instantly grabs a land, you know that's exactly what was going on.
double checking his hand here. Because he's missing blue currently. Yeah, so...
Gets a Yavimaya Coast. Puts the rest on the bottom.
Alright. If he swings 4 here, Julia goes to 6. But he has to be careful because if he swings in, he's basically saying, yeah, you can attack with 2 creatures now.
2 creatures, and you have a Blossoming Defense.
Yeah.
So that's 4. That's game.
Game.
So he's got a...
Has to decide.
Yep.
Julia just, yeah, okay, I'll go to 6.
I wonder if maybe he has his own Dismember? Some sort of removal spell?
Combat.
Here's 2.
Blossoming Defense.
Nice.
There's
okay,
the
so
Dismember.
there's the Dismember on the Blighted Agent. Get rid of that guy.
I think that is the right play. Oh, okay. I was like, that is the right line of play.
Oh, wow. Another Blighted Agent.
But I think in that position where he's only got 1 mana up, and I think you can go for the Glistener Elf for the pump here. Looking at it now and seeing how it played out, I think the safer bet is to pump that up, because if he's gonna kill, he's gonna kill whatever you're pumping. and you'd rather have the unblockable over the elf.
True. Lyle. Okay, alright. I was like, hey dude, he attacks with his thought net. Lyle's another one of the individuals where you can really learn magic from him. And he's always attack first, do actions later.
Yes.
And I saw him turn that thought knot seer and I went, whoa. Oh, you got a displacer. We're cool. We're good. Passing that temple over, letting our table judge read it.
Yeah, checking to see if you can use maybe it to activate abilities as well, which you can. You get 2 mana out of it. So
just for Eldrazi, though.
Yeah, just for Eldrazi. So Eldrazi Displacer, you just need a white source, and you can start flickering your Thought Knots here.
Yeah, Displacer is here to stay. He's got a blocker for that Glistener Elf.
But this is a tough spot to be in.
She drew any action. Immediately placing that Displacer in front of the Glistener Elf.
Oh, become immense. Tap.
Trolling Julia, saying, yeah, I'm just going to tap him in and...
Wish one of those was a white source.
Yeah.
Ooh, so just like mirroring
Nice.
round 1, Infect taking game 1 in the series. So let's take a gander at our sideboards here, because that is something we've got access to.
Boom.
All of our lovely players are nice enough to give us this information. You got a lot of 1-0s to read.
Nope. Julia is my pick for season 3. So
You're right, she is!
I'm amending the rule.
I forgot. You did pick Julia this season.
So
All right, let's hear
Julia
it.
is rolling 2 Dismembers, 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Pithing Needle, 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Dispel, 1 Unravel the Aether, 3 Kitchen Finks, 2 Twisted Image, 1 Viridian Corruptor, and 1 Wild Defiance. So let's take a look at some cards that I like in this matchup. Dismembers. I am perfectly alright with maybe adding another Dismember to her main deck to kind of bulk it up a little bit for that removal.
Yes.
Dismember says get rid of Thought Knot Seer, get rid of Displacer. Let's look at the Kitchen Finks. Julia lost a lot of damage in that game due to the attack from the Thought Knot Seer. So seeing a Kitchen Finks not only is a fantastic blocker, but able to gain her some life. So a couple Kitchen Finks to the deck as well. I'm okay with. And the Twisted Images. Because you know what that Bant Eldrazi list likes to run? Mana Dorks. You know what fantastic Mana Dorks you have access to?
Noble Hierarch Birds of Paradise.
Noble Hierarch Birds of Paradise. So I'm perfectly alright with that as well.
Yeah.
Those seem to be some decent spells. Now, the utility that comes with the Bant Eldrazi deck, maybe some counter as well. Some permission.
Yeah, something that you have to be a little bit worried about.
Dispel, Spell Pierce. I don't know though. I think you first and foremost have to worry about Kitchen Finks and Twisted Images. But that's just me.
Yeah, that's smart. Makes sense here. So looking over on Lyle's, he's got a lot of 1-ofs in his board. I pulled up a couple stuff using our handy dandy card bot because there's some cards I just didn't know what they were because I don't know all cards.
Sure.
Because I'm not good at that. So we got. I'm probably gonna butcher it. Ethereal Haze.
Ethereal
Haze.
Yep.
See, Ethereal Haze, which is prevent all damage that would be dealt by creatures this turn. It's also got Arcane, which is something that we're going to see him bring in. 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Negate, 1 Stubborn Denial, 1 Blessed Alliance, 2 Engineered, 2 Leonin Arbiters, 1 Deglamour, which is something that Unravel the Aether is the equivalent that Julia is running. 2 Rest in Peace, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Elspeth's Sun Champion, and 1 Lone Missionary here. So, Blessed Alliance, 100% coming in.
Oh, absolutely.
Sack a creature. Hey, that Blossoming Defense, hey, that Vines, doesn't matter. You're going to have to sack a creature.
Yeah.
So,
all day.
Other things, I like Stubborn Denial here. I like the Spell Pierce. I like the Negates. Those are, like, the whole point of Julia's deck is to have that 1 or 2 creatures and just play out a bunch of spells and kill you. If you're countering those spells, you're not really going to be dying. I don't mind an Engineered Explosive here either. That being said, it's going to be dependent upon how much Lyle feels he needs to shave off his deck. There, Ethereal Haze, Blessed Alliance are the huge, have to add these 2 cards in. Engineered, Stubborn, Spell Pierce, Negates are like, okay, what number of these do I feel I need? I think going into this sort of matchup here.
That's fair. I mean, the thing about Lyle, we talk about it all the time, especially now that we're kind of dissecting the sideboards more, is I always harken back to his blue-white mid-range deck tech.
Yeah.
Where he talked about fog effects.
Yes, he's a fan.
Ethereal Haze is a fog effect.
Mm-hmm.
So always just keep an eye out. If you're looking at Lyle Rolfs, you're looking at his sideboards that he's bringing in, you're always going to find at least one fog effect. And now is the time to have a fog effect.
Speaking of fog effects,
yeah,
the deck that I put together is running fog.
Oh, like literal fog.
Literal 2 main board fogs.
Man, if you guys are curious, let's hit that card bot. Let's just take a look.
So Robert Push and I have a challenge for next week. We have to make a bad deck. With a... It has to have a win con, though, so you can't just be like, here's 59 lands and 1 creature.
Sure.
No, you can't do that. Objective is to make a bad deck with a hard-to-accomplish win condition. And then we're going to switch decks and play. Doesn't have to have a sideboard. I put a sideboard because, you got it. But, I made a blue-green Dirtle deck.
Naturally.
Because I'm like... I don't want a deck that's going to have, creatures in it so you can kill somebody from regular damage.
Sure.
Nah, that's too easy. So, they're all walls, pretty much.
Yep.
I put a couple of Birds of Paradise in there.
Nice guy.
Wall of Roots.
Uh-huh.
Wall of Frost is in there.
Oh, of course.
Got Spellskite, because, you gotta
He's a wall.
You gotta stay alive.
Sure.
There's no Dorns or anything like that.
Right.
No.
Right.
There's no Assault Formations. Biovisionary is the win con. So for those that are not familiar...
While we're looking at 7 cards, Julia, not a fan, going to 6.
1 colorless, green, and a blue for a 2/3. Beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game. So, it runs Clone in there.
Okay, I was going to say, do you have clone effects?
It runs... Now, I didn't want to make it, so horrible, so it does run 2 Phantasmal Images in there.
Okay.
So you could steal some of your opponent's stuff.
Right.
But, if they're running Lightning Bolts or Pass, the Phantasmals will die. You copy Biovisionary, yeah. It runs the card from Theros block that target creature becomes a copy of a creature you control, and you can strive it for 2 extra.
Sure.
And so you can make all your creatures this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It does run Eternal Witness in there. Just in case one of your Biovisionary dies.
Just in case.
Just in case. So that 2 power is the most power this deck has. With 4 Biovisionaries and 2 Eternal Witnesses because I didn't want to put too many Eternal Witnesses. I didn't want to put too much good stuff. I was originally playing around Planeswalkers. I was like, no, they're too good. I can't put them in this deck. So
Truly gonna keep 6. Lyle on 7. And Verdant Catacombs pass. Lyle with the breeding pool. And there it is. The bop. The Birds of Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Julie gonna go to 19. Lyle at 18.
She's going to play Twisted. No.
Oh, boy.
Wouldn't that be so
right
good?
out of the hand. Just going to 17.
Just make a door nothingness. So
That's what I thought you were going for.
Okay, because I was originally was gonna go for a door to nothingness like Maze's End, and then I was like, no, that's too easy, and like could actually.
Can we bring it back?
I have it. It was best because I was originally building it, and I looked at my stuff and saw the Biovisionaries, and I was like, no, door to nothingness, Maze's End is actually better than this Biovisionary deck. So to start off, I wanted to do this really bad Biovisionary deck.
All right. We'll talk more after this game.
Yes.
Because I want to bring this deck back. I had too much fun with it. All right. Julia, she got a breeding pool. Here's a Misty
Here's my Blighted Agent.
to 16. I'm saying Glistener Noble pass.
So I have no idea. Destroy target player. So yeah, I wanted to do something fun and silly. Maybe we'll have Robert and I play round 1 on camera just so you guys can see the ridiculous decks that we made.
I
don't know what he had.
I don't know what he made.
To pick. Yeah, I don't know what he made.
I don't know
what bad deck.
I mean, if you guys want to like
actually,
extra game.
I was also thinking about Triskaidekaphobia.
Sure.
But I only have 1
Blighted Agent.
So I was like, I don't want to do that to Rob and be like, hey, your only win condition is this one Triskaidekaphobia. So
here is a Hallowed Fountain going to 16. Oh, Julia, nice lady waiting. Like, hey, I'm gonna. Oh, I'll let you do it.
16 all.
Here's 2. Oh, Spellskite.
Where is that Twisted?
Get rid of it.
But that might be for game 3 if Lyle ends up winning this. Is hey, I've got these Twisted images in my board that I haven't brought in yet. Maybe
sure.
I should bring them in now.
I was hoping you were gonna say Door Nothingness, or you're gonna do Maze's End.
I was originally going to, but I feel like it's better than the Biovisionary deck. That's how bad this deck is. Like
another Blighted Agent, Verdant Catacombs, getting in for 1.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I didn't really want to spend any money on this deck because it's supposed to be a bad deck, so I didn't want to spend money on cards I didn't have. But maybe we can do like a running thing is like on the off week before the Invitational, everybody make a really bad deck with a really poor win condition and switch decks with somebody. Maybe we can. You're like, no. And then you have that one guy that's like, I'm going to play Draw.
Yeah, got him.
Look at all these free wins. Alright, so we're just joking around and just chatting it up at this point because it's getting the setup period. Spellskite really put a damper on Julia's plan right now. And with the Displacer coming out, it's basically saying, hey, I'm locking you out of this game.
This is serious business now. Lyle has brought the squad with him. Mm-hmm. You know, Eldrazi Displacer, Spellskite, Birds of Paradise, Cavern of Souls on Dinosaur. I mean, this is just...
Cavern of Souls on Dinosaur.
I mean, it has to be, right?
I already know what I'm playing then. See, it's just a fun little challenge to do is make a deck that's bad with a win con that's hard to pull off. Hey, let me flood the board with creatures.
Crash.
There's 2 more.
It's
actually
whittling away.
Relevant, yeah. Put Lyle to 3. We have not seen a Thought Knot or Reality Smasher yet, but now we're at 4 mana, so that is quite possible.
He also didn't have the Temple.
True.
The Temple is It's scary. I think there's a Thought Knot in hand.
Yeah, it's like you needed that colorless to be able to play those Thought Knots and stuff. Crash in for 3.
Eldrazi Displacer is such a neat card.
It is very
because it doesn't need to be tapped to activate.
No, it does not. You
can
pay 3
you
mana.
can pay 3 mana, a white and 2 colorless, and just blink a creature out.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, we're gonna see Spellskite, block, Glistener Elf,
and
blink this guy, and
I think it just comes into play tap. Right?
Yeah,
and then he'll take 1 more.
oh, that's not what I want.
Going to 4. Poison.
Julia is now running Viridian Corruptor on her board. She's no longer running it in main board. So that is something to consider. That is not a live draw for her for this currently, because I don't believe she would have brought it in for this matchup.
True. Twisted Image, though.
Twisted Image, I think, is
That'd be
definitely
great.
something to bring in.
I see lots of targets for that Twisted Image.
Mm.
Displacer
Again?
getting in for 3.
Yeah, and it is looking like Lyle's just missing land drops here, so he's not going to play any more creatures, because he can get by with just being like, alright, I'm going to chip away at you. Here's 3, here's 3, here's 3.
He had such an early board presence that even though he's missing land, it's not necessarily hurting him just yet. Do I see an Engineered Explosives? That's not bad.
no,
He's
you
got
can
the
say-
mana for 2?
Yeah, and that's what you really are worried about here are the Bladed Agents.
What's Splits, dude? What's Coalition Victory? Let's take a look at this. He's laughing. Oh my.
You win the game, control land of each basic land type, and a creature of each color.
Let's
Nice.
do it.
Nice. A creature of each color.
This is gonna be my new favorite creature, by the way.
Yes.
Just keep that in mind, guys. Crash.
Here they come.
Here comes.
Block this guy,
Yep,
flicker
here we go.
this guy out, and I'll take one.
Just gonna do the same thing we did last time. Maybe. Just got a lot of mana up though. Blink. 1.
Yep, the Inkmoth is actually relevant now, coming up. Because that is a live threat of Lyle taking 2 every turn instead of just 1.
True. Got a fistful of cards.
And you talked about him having Engineer, but it's like flickering with the Displacer is actually really important. The other thing Julia could needs here is a Wild Defiance,
Yeah.
and that would just end the game. Because again, even if Lyle has a Spellskite, you use Wild Defiance, you're getting the triggers, even if they're redirecting the spell. Tap 2 more. No. Oh,
Yeah, so-
activating.
Definitely bringing the team.
Block like so.
Oh, the Ethereal Haze. He goes, don't worry, I'm gonna let you read that.
I'm just gonna fog you.
It was a 1 mana cost cryptic command.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Tap your teeth.
Notice how that's a white spell.
Mm.
I'm not saying white is the best color, but
But I'm saying white's the best color.
Blessed Alliance,
Blessed
Ethereal Haze,
I think we need some Blessed Alliance for this Maze End deck.
oh yeah, Path to Exile.
It's just basically going to be Turbo Fog.
That's what it was before.
I know, but now
except
it's
we
gonna
had
be...
Summer Bloom. Rip.
Yeah.
That was what put the deck over the top. This Maze End deck. People are sitting at home going, are they talking about Maze's End? In Modern? Immediate unfollow.
Yeah, immediately.
Oh, Displacer getting in for 3 more.
Alright, I need a land, he says.
Oh, that's pretty good. Flashback for 3.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. I like
Ancient
that.
Stirrings. Gets a Cavern of Souls.
I need some more mana.
Nailed it.
Naming dinosaurs this time.
Well, you can't have 2 on Dinosaur.
Why not?
So this one's on Bird.
Birds.
This one's on Birds.
I mean, dinosaurs are kind of birds.
I'm not gonna have this debate with you.
What? Come on.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Feathers, hollow bones.
No. Not Modern Legal, but whatever.
Well, thanks for getting our hopes up for nothing.
Does it look like we play Legacy here?
Mm. All right, so again, a Wild Defiance wins the game for Julia. But I think she had hers on her sideboard here too. So like after this, it's like, oh, should I bring in Wild Defiance and should I bring in Twisted Image?
I'm just saying, like, what if the ultimate got him is Lyle just rips a Snapcaster out of his hand? He just says,
Raw fog.
he just says Ethereal Haze.
Come on, man.
That would have been the ultimate got her. Hey, look at this hand. Stubborn Denial. Another Displacer. Spell Pierce. Engineered Explosives. Thought Not Seer. Spell Skite. Man, I was just looking for some mana.
Oh, talking about the interaction with the Spellscape
Yeah.
flickers and stuff. Battle of Wits deck would be sweet, actually. Another really difficult win con. I also like the Last Stand. Like, if you have 1 life, you win. Is there not a second?
No, I
Did
think
we
that
miss it up?
Becomements is what sealed it up there. Yeah,
I'm confused. Didn't Julia win game 1?
she did. It looks like she just won game 2 as well.
But she couldn't because he can redirect it with Spellskite. Did I miss something? Probably. I'm confused. That's alright. Hey, let's go check on points because Nan's confused.
Yeah, they're definitely
Near-death
decideboarding.
experience. That's what it is. That's the one I was talking about.
Definitely decideboarding.
That's the one thing. See? You knew what I was talking
This is
about.
why we
All I gotta do is
rule.
just like say stuff and eventually somebody's gonna go, Nan, you're wrong. It's this. And
Yeah.
I'll go, yeah, that's what I was talking about the whole time.
Yeah.
Why didn't See, you guys got my back. And that's why I just describe cards and you're like, yeah, it's this card. Like well, I want to yeah, like what did we miss game 1 then? I could have sworn whatever. Anyway, points! Before I get stuck into a spiral of confusion. Bum, 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 bum. That's not the thing I want. This is what I want.
Boom.
All right.
Lyle getting there 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Joining TJ
Last Stand is a card. What does Last Stand do?
Ben, I don't know. We got a card bot.
Yeah, we do have card bot. All right.
There it is. Oh, jeez. TLDR.
That's sweet. You got to put Last Stand in that Coalition Victory deck.
There it is.
That's what you got to do.
Second win con. Dwayne has Chris Bauer, Ben Farabee, Davin Schuchart. That's what I'm running with. TJ and Lyle, all with 6 points. Ben Newton, Chris Carrozza, Jamie Armel, Julia, Tim Rivenberg, Matthew, Josh, Harrison, and Jeremy all with 3, and Leighton, Robert, and Max not able to get a win just yet out of the 2 rounds.
Not yet. There's still a few more to go.
Still a few more to go.
So let's slide on over to round 3.
That's right.
Because you said we do have some 4 Infect players.
We have Infect for days, and we thought